And we're recording. All right.
Oh, we're doing interruptions now?
Sure. So I'll get things started. My name is Ben Elhav. I created Black Box and I had the pleasure of serving as its showrunner this quarter. I'll be showrunner next quarter, but typically what we do is elect our showrunners at the end of each quarter from the pool of staff we've worked with over the quarter. We pick our own executives as well. We have an exec producer who is the person whose pitch won out, which is who is here with us tonight. We have two story editors whose previous writing work we use as basis for selection to see if they're up to the task of being our story editors, and they've been super helpful, super wonderful. We of course have the rest of our amazing writers room staff, all of our staff writers, a couple of them here, and we have writers assistants who did so much research and note taking for us over the course of the quarter, and they were invaluable to this effort. We did a lot of this in an unprecedented time, using a Discord server that I built from scratch with dozens of channels and 3 meetings a week for 5 hours, sometimes up to 12 hours. The senior staff would work. So it was quite an endeavor, and I just want to express my gratitude to the entire staff and our incredible cast who came together with such speed and just amazing talent to make this happen. So I'm super grateful to all of you, and I'm so excited about this tonight. So I'll have the rest of our staff who are here introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Delaney Chappelle. I'm the executive producer.
Hi, my name is Amy Martins. I'm the one out of 2 story editors for this winter quarter.
I'm not sure that Corinne is here, but Corinne Swanson is another one of our story editors. My name is Ashley Weirs, and I am one of the staff writers.
I'm Esther Williams, and I was also a staff writer.
Michael, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Michael Jordan. I'm a writing assistant here, and yeah, let's have some fun.
All right. I'll let the cast do their thing as well. Cast, you want to go ahead?
Hi, my name is Chaminda Hangilipola. I'm playing the part of Sam Sloan.
Hi, I'm Jamal Tanks, and I am playing the role of Professor Hepworth.
Hi, my name's Emily Iocovozzi, and I'm playing the role of Finley.
Hi, my name is Delaney O'Brien, and I'm playing Ellie.
Hi, I'm Marina Crisp, and I'll be playing the part of Dr. Felicity Sunshine.
Hi, my name is Devon Matos, and I'm playing the roles of Jason and Daniel.
Hi, my name is Hayeley, and I'll be playing Fern today.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth H. James, and I'll be playing the roles of Tracy and Sara.
My name is Ashtyn Zelek, and I'll be playing the role of Perez.
I'm Hannah Rice. I'll be playing Aion.
Hi, I'm Lauren Ledger, and I'll be playing Cathy Torrance.
All right, who's left? No one? All right, fantastic. For those who just joined, we just introduced our staff and cast, and we're gonna get this show on the road. All right. Amy, our story editor, is gonna be reading action for first half of the script, and I'll be taking over for the back half.
We won't be screen sharing, right?
No.
Okay. Abstract Science, written by Ben Elhav, Dwayne Chappelle, Corinne Swanson, Amy Martins, Ashley Weirs, Garrett Mistler, China Davis, Esther Williams, Josh Crabtree, and Michael Jordan. Exterior, old aftercare day. Flies buzz and ants crawl through the tall grass outside a rundown aftercare center. Its yellow walls are stained with red and black smears. Cracked glass windows with a gaping, jagged hole reveal. Interior old aftercare day continuous. A long, dark hallway. A toppled lost and found box. Stray shoes. No sign of life. But on the wall, insert a child's drawing. Of a triceratops. He sports a glitter glue headband. Besides it, insert another drawing. Of a bright red race car with pom-poms for wheels. Further along the wall, insert particular drawing. 2 large purple eyes with a wide, almost serpentine smile. At the bottom, the picture is signed with ink crayon, Ellie O. A hand reaches out, plucks the drawing off the wall. Color returns to the scene, which changes to Interior Horizons Hallway Day. A different facility, bright and sterile Horizons Aftercare. Clean halls, new carpet flooring. In the distance, children yell and sing. The sound is muffled beyond recognition. Down the hall, Cathy, late 30s, a short woman with a razor-sharp stare, peeks around a corner.
Sam Sloan?
Sam Sloan, 20s, they, them, a no-nonsense, no-rules psychologist hopeful, turns to Cathy, nods in greeting. Sam is overdressed for the daycare. Everything is comically small in comparison to them. She quickly turns the corner and makes her way to Sam. She sticks out a hand to shake.
Cathy Torrance, we spoke on the phone earlier?
Sam's focus is snagged by the last drawing in their hand. Cathy's hand falls back to their side.
How are you today? Did you get here okay?
Yes, it's only a 10-minute walk.
Well, we're doing as good as we can be with, hospital bills, insurance, everything.
Sam looks up from the drawing.
I can imagine. Do they have a date for reopening the old location?
That death trap? It's already tied up in 2 lawsuits. I'll take you to see Ellie then.
Sam holds the drawing out to Cathy.
She drew this.
Yes, one of her more expressive pieces. She's a treat, that girl.
Cathy gestures for Sam to follow her down the hall. Sam tapes the picture back up on the spotless wall. They follow Cathy.
I actually had some other questions I didn't get to ask you over the phone.
Shoot.
How many children from other horizons are enrolled here currently?
About 8. The rest went to the Boys and Girls Club down by the middle school.
Okay. I only have permission slips for the children here, but I'm curious to see if I can establish a control group with the ones who weren't relocated.
Cathy stops at the door. She turns to Sam, sizes them up, leans in close.
Sam, I want to make myself perfectly clear. These children are not your science project. Normally I'd asked for your university to sign on, but given that you're not a student.
Not currently.
So I have to hold you to a much higher standard. My standard. You hurt these kids and I will personally hang you by your thumbs. You understand?
Sam straightens on high alert.
Yes, ma'am.
No funny business.
Or you'll torture me by my thumbs. Understood.
Cathy squints up at Sam. She steps aside, apparently convinced, opens the door for Sam.
Okay, go get him.
Sam looks at Cathy one more time, takes a deep breath, and steps into the room. Interior Horizons Playroom Day. A chaotically colorful setup. Foam puzzle piece floors, tiny chairs, low tables, stacks of paper, buckets of crayons, bins of children's toys. A large poster covers the back wall. Our little star, surrounded by small paper stars with children's names. Sam stands in the door, adult-sized. Dr. Felicity Sunshine, mid-30s, the resident aftercare psychotherapist, wears a calm blue blouse and a smiley face name tag. She beams.
Sunshine. Dr. Felicity Sunshine.
Sam visors their eyes.
What a sunny disposition.
Felicity's jaw tightens.
Ellie is coloring right now. You may ask her a few questions.
They step forward. Felicity doesn't budge.
A few carefully selected questions, because I could end this at any moment.
She clears the way to Ellie Owre, 9, a resident little star. She sits at a table in the corner of the room. An artist's gold mine accompanies her. Crayons, colorful paper, glitter, glue. There's an empty seat to her right. Ellie draws. Sam reaches for the tiny chair by her side. Knock. Felicity's fist wraps the tabletop.
Nope.
Felicity points to another chair at the table. Sam pulls it out, sits cross-legged. Their knees bump the table. Felicity sits across from Ellie on a nice, cushiony, adult-sized chair.
Hi, Ellie. I'm Sam.
Ellie ignores them. She stares at her work in progress.
Your shoes sparkle.
They're super cool, Ellie. I've always wanted shoes like those.
Ellie crosses her feet beneath the chair and reaches for a small plastic bottle of glitter.
I heard there was a level 3 lockdown.
Ellie examines the bottle. Felicity narrows her eyes.
They were telling me there was a bit of an accident.
Ellie nods.
Do you want to tell me about it?
Ellie taps the sparkles across the paper. No glue.
You know, Ellie, we don't need to talk about any of that. We don't need to talk about it at all. No worries either way. Hakuna Matata.
Sam rolls her eyes.
I heard it was a pretty crazy car crash that led to that big fire.
Felicity gawks. Ellie reaches for a red crayon.
What was that like, Ellie?
Ellie glances to Felicity, then Sam.
Crazy.
She returns to her artwork, scribbles intensely with red.
We had some pretty good snacks that day, huh? Those goldfish were pretty yummy. That was a pretty good part of the day. My favorite part.
Ellie shifts uncomfortably.
You didn't have a favorite part of the day, did you, Ellie?
It's okay if you just had a really bad day. It's okay if it's still bothering you right now.
Ellie sits down her red crayon.
I liked the rainbow goldfish too.
Sam nods, looks down on the evolution of Ellie's artwork. Felicity's eyes widen. Sam grimaces, both horrified.
Wow, Ellie, you've done a lot.
Felicity rubs her forehead. Ellie looks to her, then Sam.
Your use of texture, color, form, it really helps depict the impact of a capitalist society on the healthcare system.
Sam studies the artwork.
I'd love to see more varied line work and dimension next time.
Ellie and Felicity squint skeptically. Ellie eyes the drawing, smiles, nods, hands it to Sam. A gift. Glitter spills across the table, carpet, and Sam's lap.
Wonderful.
Interior Horizons break room day. A bare bones corporate hideaway painted with 7 shades of off-white. Sam sits at a wood and steel table, folders and pages of notes laid out before them, hunched over. They study their notes and chew a pen. The door opens. Cathy enters and shuts the door. She glances at Sam as she makes her way into the mini kitchen.
I hope you got what you came for.
She grabs a styrofoam cup and goes to the coffee pot.
Things like these don't reveal themselves in a day, but there are hints here.
Cathy pours herself some coffee, returns the pot.
Uh-huh.
A woman's muffled yells outside the door. Sam and Cathy both turn. Cathy moves to the door, opens it, and exits. Sam follows. Reception. Tracy Owre, late 30s, pantsuit and stiff gait, storms down the hall, shepherds Ellie along, yells over her shoulder at the stunned staff.
Do you ever see him here? You should be speaking to me. Only me.
Sam and Cathy enter to watch the scene.
I will be pressing charges.
Tracy throws the front door open. She and Ellie leave.
What the hell happened?
I'm guessing you've never met Mrs. Owre.
Exterior Horizons entrance day. Sam bursts out of the front door, scans the parking lot, looks left and right, spots Tracy and Ellie as they approach a Mini Cooper.
Mrs. Owre!
Sam jogs towards them. Exterior Horizons parking lot day. Tracy opens the back seat, puts Ellie in. She turns to see Sam approach in a huff.
Mrs. Owre, is everything okay?
You're the kid that's been talking to my kid, aren't you?
Yeah, she's got great potential.
Inside the car, Ellie glances at the empty seat beside her.
Mom, Aion wants to go home already.
Mama's talking, Ellie.
Tracy shuts the car door.
Who gave you permission to get anywhere near Ellie?
I'm sorry? You did. You and your husband signed.
I haven't given permission to any of this.
A decade-old minivan pulls into a nearby parking spot.
I had no idea some 20-something college bachelor wannabe
Graduate.
Listen!
Jason, mid-30s, Army vet in too tight business casual, watches Tracy and Sam as he gets out of his minivan.
Was privately conversing with a 9-year-old. My 9-year-old.
This guy bothering you, Tracy?
People don't respect boundaries anymore. Talking to children, reopening old wounds.
You're that college kid doing the thing.
Graduate. Look, Mrs. Owre, Ellie is clearly suffering from a post-traumatic disorder.
Excuse you?
Is this how you talk to Daniel too?
I didn't mean it like that.
I don't want you talking about my kid like he's some kind of lab experiment. Matter of fact, you're not talking to Daniel anymore.
Sam opens their mouth to say something. Jason marches off. Tracy notices Charlie, mid-40s, reserved and skittish, approaching the entrance.
Charlie!
Charlie jumps, spots Tracy, forces a half smile and waves.
Is your kid being studied too? Are you okay with this?
Charlie shrugs. Julia's okay with it. Tracy groans, opens her car driver's door.
Stay away from Ellie. If she needs to talk with someone, she has Dr. Sunshine.
She gets in her car.
Do your homework on Charlie's kid.
Tracy slams the door. The engine starts and the car pulls out of the parking lot. Ellie stares back at Sam as the car pulls away. Interior University Professor Hepworth's office day. Full bookshelves, disheveled papers yet to be graded, haphazardly placed awards, framed certificates. Professor Hepworth, 60s, extensive experiences are even verified by the wrinkles on his face. He sits at a large, ornate desk. A framed family photo faces him. Professor Hepworth, Jason, a compliantly stiff Jake, 9, and Daniel, 7, just about to squirm from his father's hands. Sam sits stiffly in one of 2 chairs parallel to the desk.
I lost my interview privileges.
Professor Hepworth raises his eyebrows, grabs a leather brown notebook and fountain pen, scribbles.
I spoke with one little girl, Ellie, and there was a paperwork mishap, amongst other things. But I think I can get this back on track.
I like this one.
What?
This track.
His pen hovers above the page. Sam leans in.
I need interviews. Your thesis, The Venezuela Crisis, an exploration of refuge trauma, thrived off interpersonal interactions.
Professor Hepworth looks up, shifts in his chair.
The point is, they make a difference. I can make a valuable contribution to the scientific community. I just need to get back in the game.
Observational studies are lovely.
Sam gawks at him. Professor Hepworth looks back to his notebook, scratches his pen into the paper, the final touches.
Look, people's lives aren't a game, Sam. That attitude got you here in the first place.
Sam shakes their head.
Please. I followed your requirements. Let me prove myself.
The professor turns his notebook, thick, defined lines. No.
Observational investigations reveal humanity at its most candid. There's no anticipating, planning, lying, just truth.
Professor Hepworth sets down the notebook. Silence.
No interviews.
Sam cringes. Interior Horizons quiet room day. Interrogation room setup. A single kid-sized table, a bright desk lamp, 2 small chairs. Sam sits across from Fern, 6, a boy more interested in picking his nose than having his brain picked. Sam adjusts in their chair, knees to chin, clicks their pen.
Okay. You were at the Old Horizons location, correct?
Mm-hmm. It smelled like cheese.
Interesting.
You gonna write that down?
Later. How do you like this new place?
Fern squints at Sam.
You have evil eyebrows.
Interior Horizons room, quiet room, minutes later. In the chair is Sara, 6, an inquisitive child with wide, curious eyes.
Were you scared during the fire?
No.
Sara stares at the ceiling.
Do you want to tell me why?
Why what?
Why you weren't scared during the fire?
Sara tilts her head.
What fire?
The fire at the old center.
Why would I be scared?
Because fire is scary.
Why?
Sam looks down at their notes.
Because it's very hot.
Why?
Interior Horizons quiet room minutes later. Another interview, another child. Perez, 8, one of the older kids, colors in a coloring book with some broken crayons.
Do you like being at the Old Horizons aftercare?
It's more fun than here. We had a playground with a swing set and everything.
Good. Do you have any friends here?
Yeah. Ellie. She's nice. Her crayons are always sharper than the ones Mrs. Torrance gives us. But Ellie doesn't play much with me anymore.
Why is that?
Perez holds out her crayon to Sam.
Can you sharpen my crayon?
Exterior Horizons playground day. Little stars chase each other around. Some hang upside down on monkey bars. Others bask in the sun. Ellie sits alone under a shaded tree, crisscross applesauce position. Vibrant building blocks surround her. She assembles a castle.
I know, it's so pretty.
As she places the last block, she smiles.
We could make another one if you want. Maybe a beach house?
Ellie listens.
I don't know if I can make a mall.
Sam monitors Ellie from a bench, takes notes as she talks. Daniel wanders by. He kicks a soccer ball around. It rolls close to Ellie. She frowns.
Watch it.
She pushes it back in his direction. It stops. The ball changes course and smashes into Ellie's castle. She gasps.
Daniel!
A few paces off, Daniel turns to Ellie.
It wasn't me. It was him.
He points at the air beside him. Ellie looks over her shoulder, pauses.
No, it's okay. I got it.
She stands, marches over to Daniel. Her face means business.
Say you're sorry. Now.
I told you it wasn't me. It was him.
Little stars gather round. They cheer, egg them on. Sam gets up to intervene.
Liar!
She leans in close to Daniel, just enough to threaten him. Daniel flinches, but stands down.
I'm sorry, okay? Happy?
Sam walks up.
All right, calm down. Let's try to use our words. They are 50% more likely to bring resolution to altercations.
The children stare at Sam awkwardly.
What's going on?
Ellie stares longingly at her broken castle.
Nothing.
Ellie pushes past Sam. Felicity walks up.
Hey, little stars. Let's gather in the playroom. They're setting up movie time. Who wants popcorn?
Hands fly up. Little stars rush into the building. Sam turns to follow.
Why were you talking to them out here? We have a specific area where we can monitor.
Simply intervening before anything rash happened.
That's not your job.
Anyone with a brain would have stepped in.
Felicity looks around, draws closer to Sam.
Follow the rules. If there's a fight, you come get one of us first. Got it?
She stomps off, guides Daniel inside as he sadly kicks his ball. Interior Horizons lobby day. Tracy bursts through the doors of the aftercare, yells through the phone as she walks in.
We are meeting at the station. You can either grow the fuck up and be there, or you can let me have full custody. Your choice.
She hangs up, takes in her surroundings. Sam waits in the reception area, stands. Tracy spots them, sighs.
Don't you have anything better to do? Like getting a job?
Sam stops himself, takes a deep breath.
I just wanted to talk to you about Ellie. Again.
Do I need to get a restraining order against you too?
I've conducted interviews with other children here. Not one of them has provided valuable data like your daughter.
Speak of the devil, Ellie walks up the hallway. Ellie spots Tracy and jumps.
Hey, Mom.
Ellie sees Sam.
Oh, Sam.
Ellie bolts down the hall towards Sam. Sam freezes in place.
Sam, I drew something for you.
Ellie opens her backpack and rifles through it, pulls out another crayon drawing. Sam bends to Ellie's level. Insert Ellie's drawing. A total bloodbath. Broken unicorn bodies everywhere. Red blood spurts out of a unicorn's neck. Another has its legs bent at unnatural angles. It's horrific.
I did what you said. I added shading to the back of the legs, and I used 5 different red crayons for the blood.
5?
To add more dimension.
Ellie nods. Sam takes a peek at Tracy.
Do you want to show this to your mom?
Ellie nods, takes the drawing back from Sam, pushes it into Tracy's hands instead. Tracy looks at the drawing, tries to smile.
Wonderful work, baby girl.
You not like my picture?
No, I love your picture. I love that you drew mommy something.
I drew it for Sam. You don't like it when I draw blood.
I like everything you draw, sweetheart. Baby, why don't you go show Felicity?
Ellie runs back into the playroom. Tracy waits until she disappears around the corner.
What the fuck was that? Why would she draw that for you?
She has PTSD. I tried to tell you.
She didn't show this to Felicity?
Tracy looks at Sam, gives him a once-over.
You can have your interviews back. I'll send Ellie with the form tomorrow, but keep me in the loop.
Sam blinks.
Of course.
This is only because Ellie trusts you. One mistake, and I will shut this entire operation down. Clear?
Crystal.
You better be.
Tracy ducks into the playroom to get Ellie. Sam is left in the lobby. A silent, tiny fist bump.
Yes.
Interior, Sam's apartment, living room, night. Finley, early 20s, frizzy hair and cat-patterned pajamas, lounges on a couch, watches old sumo matches on TV, sips a slimy, puke-colored concoction from a wood-grain tumbler. The front door opens. Finley leans over the back of the couch to watch Sam enter, biting their lip, with their backpack slung over their shoulder.
Fired yet?
Sam forces a soft, pity laugh as they shut the door behind them, mopes off down the hallway, disappears into an open bedroom. Finley quickly sets her tumbler down, gets up off the couch, follows after Sam. Sam's bedroom. Sam drops their backpack at the foot of the minimalist bookshelf lined with famous scientists' busts and psychology texts. The Third Grade Wave, A Study in Starlets, The Stanford Crib Experiment. Finley appears in the bedroom doorway, leans in. Sam holds up a stop hand, and Finley leans back out.
Sam, I was joking. Did they really?
Not yet.
Hey, that's a positive. At least you can still watch the kids, right? I mean, in a non-creepy way. Do they think you're creepy?
Ellie's back on board.
Finley freezes with a furrowed brow. Sam slips a smile.
Well, her mom is. Tracy, she gave me the go-ahead.
Finley screams with delight, rushes in, and wraps her arms around Sam. Sam cringes from the contact and pushes Finley away. Finley calms and composes herself.
Sorry, why did you act like you got fired?
Sam smirks.
I was joking.
You shouldn't. We should celebrate.
Finley rushes out of the room.
No alcohol.
I have got something better.
Kitchen. Finley pours half of her tumbler's putrid concoction into another glass. Sam comes up behind her, watches with worry.
Oh, you don't have to pour that much.
It's good for you. Nutrient-y.
Finley hands Sam the glass. Sam analyzes the yellowish-brown muck inside.
Oh, what is it?
Kelp milk. Cheers to horizons.
Finley downs her portion in one swig. Bottoms up. Sam sniffs, shudders, then sips. Their eyes shoot open in shock.
Oh my God.
It's good, huh?
Sam sets their glass down and its noddly stiffs.
It's not.
Sam laughs and shakes their head.
Thank God your little experiment didn't fall through because of some legal BS. I mean, especially after what.
Sam's smile fades.
Things will be fine. Just don't lobotomize those kids.
Sam stifles a laugh, a somber smile.
You tell Mom and Dad?
Sam picks up the kelp milk glass and looks it over.
They're gonna kill you when they find out.
Sam tries to pour the milk into the sink. The muck slowly slides out of the glass like toxic sludge.
Yeah, I'll take the kelp poisoning first.
Interior Horizon's quiet room day. Sam stretches in their short chair and tiny table. Ellie sits across, absorbed in a massive, poofy beanbag. Her T-Rex arms poke out, hard at work in another drawing.
What I'm hearing is Marcus took your Lunchable.
The pizza one.
Right, the pizza one.
Sam eyes their clipboard.
And you didn't tell the grown-ups because he said it would make you a tattler.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Eyes clipboard again. Insert Sam's clipboard. Utterly blank.
Manipulators often use accusations of wrongdoings to deflect from their own misdemeanors.
Huh?
It means don't listen to Marcus.
Oh.
Ellie gets lost in the beanbag. Sam peers over the table.
Let's try something else. The adults, have they been acting differently?
Ellie scoots forward in the beanbag in vain.
Mom does sometimes. She doesn't talk much.
Have you told her how that makes you feel?
Nope. I don't talk much either.
Runs in the family.
Sam drops the clipboard.
Is there anyone you talk to?
Aion. Sometimes.
Aion. What's Aion?
My friend.
Is Aion at Horizons?
She's right here.
What? You mean here?
Sam looks around the room, sees Ellie's drawing.
Oh, you mean...
Sam sinks back in defeat. Ellie's smiling face emerges from the beanbag.
She always tells me to be strong. Won't let me get sad about Dad or the crash.
Sam leans in.
Keep going.
A determined knock. Sam swivels. The door opens to reveal Felicity with a juice box and crazy straw.
Just thought I'd drop in.
Is that for me?
Felicity almost checks for a second box.
No.
Two clawing arms spring out from the beanbag. Felicity drops off the juice. Ellie sips contentedly.
Do you talk to Nylon a lot?
Aion.
My mistake. Do you talk about Dad?
Who wants pretzels?
The beanbag shakes enthusiastically. Felicity walks out, leaves the door open. Sam sits back and sighs.
All right.
Ellie, you did wonderful.
Ellie beams. Sam tries a smile. Ellie jumps and sprints out of the room. Insert Sam's clipboard. Still empty. Sam scribbles 2 words at the top of the page. Car and Dad. Circles them. Sam looks around and shuts the door. Interior Tracy's Mini Cooper, night. Ellie shuts the car door and buckles herself in.
Yep, just send over the permit on Monday, but it can't wait any longer than that. No, I don't care if he thinks.
Tracy drives, mid-call with a client on the speaker system. She turns to Ellie, puts a finger on her lips. Ellie acknowledges with nothing more than a pinstraight lip. Ellie reaches across the aisle to buckle an empty seat. Tracy eyes Ellie in the rearview mirror, shakes her head. Ellie extends her open palm across the middle seat, closes it, as though holding someone's hand. Ellie leans her elbow on the window, watching the town go by. Insert in the window. Ellie uses 2 fingers to walk across the telephone wires that straddle the city. The moon rises behind them. Ellie huffs. Her breath fogs the window.
All right, thank you. Talk tomorrow. And make sure everything's filed this time. I don't want to file it again.
Tracy ends the call with a push of a button on the car dashboard, glances at Ellie from the rear view again, frowns.
Do anything today?
Ellie shakes her head.
Talked.
Tracy perks up.
You ask a lot of questions? Sam asked you?
Yeah.
Nothing about me?
No.
Anything? That's a relief.
Ellie turns back to the window. Tracy tries another tack.
Happies?
Ellie nods grudgingly. Exterior Happies moments later. Tracy's Mini Cooper pulls into the drive-thru of a sticky, fluorescent creamery. Colorful streamers droop sadly in the windows. Acne-ridden teens scoop sugary slops into buckets. Interior Tracy's Mini Cooper continuous. Tracy rolls down her window to reveal a cashier. He grins hideously.
Welcome to Happy's, the sweetest place on earth. What can I do for you?
I'll just get a small tiramisu.
Will that be all for today?
Tracy winks at Ellie, turns back to the cashier, chuckles under her breath.
I'll also get a large birthday cake cone. I'm just itching for my sugar fix. All for me.
Ellie giggles.
Mom.
The car rolls forward.
Wait, what about Aeon's?
Tracy's fun is over. The smile falls.
You and I both know that's just a ploy for you to get an extra cone.
Ellie pouts.
No, it's not. It's for Aion.
Might be Aeon's, but it's your stomachache later.
Tracy pivots.
What about that Daniel you're always talking about? What do you think his favorite ice cream flavor is?
Ellie scrunches her face.
Booger flavor.
Interior Hepworth's car at night. Daniel mines his nose for gold.
And she said I broke her castle, but I promised it wasn't my fault. Ellie started it. I said I was sorry.
In the seat next to him, Daniel's brother, Jake, 9, hunches over his phone secretively, texting others back. A familiar face disapproves in the rearview mirror.
Daniel Willard Hepworth.
Professor Hepworth sits tall and proud as though at his desk. Jake giggles.
She almost beat him up.
Did not.
It is not polite or appropriate to get into arguments with young ladies. Do you understand?
Daniel slumps in his seat. Hepworth softens.
Not fair. Everyone acts like she's special. They give her lollipops every day, and all she has to do is talk to the new teacher.
Hepworth furrows his brows.
She's in the quiet room all the time. They told me I can't go in.
I thought you had meetings with Dr. Sunshine in there.
No, it's someone else. They just talk, and ask questions and write things down. Can you believe it? A lollipop every day. Lucky.
Professor Hepworth fixates on the road.
What does this new teacher look like?
Interior, Sam's apartment, night. Sam walks in, tosses keys in the bowl, shuffles out of their work shoes. Finley lounges on the couch. Sam walks over to her. Their phone rings. Exterior, suburban home, night. A gray Tesla pulls into the red brick driveway of a tacky suburban home. Sprinklers water well-trimmed topiaries. Car doors slam. Daniel and Jake hop out.
You go in. I'll just be a minute.
The boys run off. Hepworth closes his eyes, breathes. Hepworth searches his car dashboard. Clicks. Intercut, phone conversation.
Good evening, Professor. Quick question. Did you know strawberries are not actually berries?
Sloan, we need to talk.
Sam gulps, paces nervously to the couch.
Okay, it's not what it seems.
How's the study?
The children are truly remarkable, Professor. But very close off, it's possible that conversation isn't even a common coping mechanism for this age group.
Have the interviews helped?
Sam tenses, their face drains of all color.
Interviews?
The ones you've been conducting. After you were given explicit instruction to remain observational?
It was only a few times.
Hepworth straightens up.
You went against the department. I expected that. Then you disobeyed me. That's unacceptable.
Your methods yielded inconclusive data. I had to engage with the children further.
No, you had to listen. For once in your life, listen.
Hepworth scrubs his face wearily.
This incident at Horizons. Not even 30 minutes after our check-in. Right across the street. Then you request to conduct the study.
Sam's face stills.
You know, this time there's no extra credit in being early.
The front door of the estate swings open. Daniel waves.
We're not done here.
Hepworth hangs up. Interior, Sam's apartment, living room, night. Sam falls back on the couch. Finley looks over, slowly.
That went well.
Sam nods stupidly. Finley breathes in sharply.
Is this really what you want, Sam?
I knew you'd say something.
I just don't know why you would...
Sam returns her stare. Finley stops.
This could be revolutionary for trauma research, especially when it comes to kids. You know this.
That's not why you're doing it.
I'm a psychologist.
Not yet.
Sam looks off, slides into the couch.
Ugh, that's not...
Finley shifts.
The phone call?
You heard?
Finley nods, slightly. Sam runs a hand through their hair.
I'm not gonna mess up the kids, Finley. I'll be as careful as I can.
Careful for you is way different than careful for other people.
They're already screwed up anyway. How much damage can I do? Really?
Finley stands awkwardly.
I'm just worried about you. Mom and Dad would be too.
Textbook manipulation. You're gaslighting me.
Guilt tripping, actually.
Finn shrugs.
If we're gonna fight, the least you can do is be accurate.
Finley walks away. Then, over her shoulder,
I just think it's not what they would want.
Sam shoots up.
You want to talk about what Mom and Dad would want? Fine. Because it sure as hell isn't you.
Finley tenses.
I'm holding up the family name, Finley, ever since you decided being a Sloan was too much effort.
Sam turns to the windows, stares out at the gloom.
I'm doing this trial. I'm getting back in. And at least when I quit, when I get kicked, I don't quit. I'm doing it, Finley. I don't care what anyone thinks.
Sam waits for a response. Nothing. They turn back. Empty space. Interior, Horizons, lobby, day. Sam dodges and weaves parents and kids. Sam rushes past Felicity, who greets guardians by the reception desk. Felicity turns to them, but Sam is already down the hall. Interior, Horizons, quiet room, day. Sam strains and squirms against the typical tiny chair, taps their foot anxiously. A noisy plastic fan whirls in the corner. Sam sweats in spite of it. The fan blows at the corners of Sam's carefully arranged papers. Sam pushes them back into place, stares down the fan. The fan comes back around, blows the papers back up.
Stop.
They get up, snatch the cord. The fan shuts off. The door opens on Ellie, led by Felicity.
Sit.
Ellie sits. Sam joins her. They smile at Ellie, the kind you'd give a business associate.
Ready to start?
Sam hands her the coloring papers and a crayon.
I'm tired of coloring. I've been coloring every day in here.
It's all we have.
Can't I do something else?
Just take the paper. I'm sure Felicity will bring a whole circus next time, okay?
Ellie snatches up the art supplies. She wriggles out a single red crayon.
Are you gonna ask me any more questions?
Yeah.
About it?
Ellie eyes Sam. They write something down.
I need to.
Ellie colors away, settles into her unresponsive routine.
Are you scared?
Ellie colors.
Of what?
Anything. Noises.
This is going nowhere. New topic.
Tell me about your friends here.
That isn't asking.
That's because I wasn't.
Ellie sizes them up.
You ask 6 questions. I'll give you 6 answers. That's it.
You're making a deal?
That one counts.
I don't think so.
I'll answer 5. Promise.
Why 5?
Just 'cause. Don't waste another one. And I get to pass on any I don't like.
They stare each other down.
Deal.
Pinky swear?
I draw the line at pinky swear.
Faint smile from Ellie. She picks at the crayon wrapper.
All right. Tell me about Perez.
Questions. Only.
Are you friends?
Yeah, yes.
You play with her often?
Not really.
Sam writes. Ellie peers over at the notebook. Sam pulls it back. Ellie switches to a new paper, draws with the red crayon.
Do your parents get along?
Pass.
Sam scrutinizes her.
Are your parents divorced?
I said pass.
This is a new question.
That's not fair.
You things are. Answer the question.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Ellie pauses.
Bad.
Be more specific.
Ellie presses slightly harder on the paper.
I answered. 1 left.
What was the worst part of that day, Ellie?
Ellie scribbles wildly, her lip quivers. Sam just writes.
Felicity said you wouldn't ask about that.
Well, I am.
Ellie fills her paper with dark red blobs. She flips her paper to the blank side. The outline of a crossed out red car is faintly visible on the other side. She works on a new picture. Aion casting a squiggly pink spell.
No.
Outside, a car alarm blares. Ellie's on the verge of tears.
You can't veto. Is it about someone? A parent?
Ellie begins crying. Sam leans forward.
Were they here when it happened? Who was it? Mom? Dad?
Crayon box falls off the table with a smack. The crayons spill out, roll to Ellie's feet on the floor, the purple one in the lead. Ellie watches them go. Sam is absorbed in their notebook. The purple crayon bumps against her shoe. Ellie picks them all up and hugs them to her chest. Sam swipes the drawing of Aion from the table, spots the faint outline of a car, turns it over, shows Ellie.
What is this?
It's mine.
You keep drawing this car.
You can't have her.
Her?
Shouts in the hallway. Felicity bursts in. Ellie and Sam look up.
What happened?
She takes it all in, almost frantic. Ellie with red, tear-stained cheeks, and Sam doing nothing, clipboard in hand. Sam springs up.
What are you doing here? Get out!
Felicity strides over to Ellie, bends to her level.
Are you okay, dear? Are you hurt?
Ellie shakes her head no, wipes her face, sniffles. Felicity guides her out without touching.
Hey, what? Where are you taking her? My time isn't over yet.
Ellie complies. Before she goes, looks back at Sam. Her eyes wide and watery. Her lip quivers. It's almost as if she's afraid of them now. Sam's breath catches. They blink. Sam glances about the room, strewn coloring papers and crayons. Sam looks down at the worn-down purple crayon and the unfinished drawing. On the paper, there's a name. Sam squints.
Aion.
In the doorframe, Felicity waves Cathy over. Cathy carefully takes Ellie away. Felicity turns back to Sam, face hardened. She crosses her arms. The room grows cold.
Why was she crying?
Sam snaps to attention.
What?
Why was she crying, Sam? What did you do? What did you say?
Felicity groans.
I cannot believe we let you do this. Let you have this room, let you conduct your trials or whatever this actually is.
Sam's mouth hangs agape. Felicity draws a sharp breath.
Get your A out of this room right now.
But
out. Now.
Sam hesitates. Felicity sighs disappointedly.
You've done enough.
Sam quickly grabs their satchel, goes straight past Felicity to the door. Interior Horizons playroom continuous. Sam speedwalks straight through the facility, eyes on their shoes. Some staff glance at their escape, chins high. They shun Sam with judgmental eyes. Sam shoves the front door open with a shoulder, scurry away in disgrace. Exterior, street, moments later, night. Sam passes a slew of colorful mom and pop shops. Overhead, street lamps flicker on. Sam ducks their head.
God. Psychologist of the fucking year right over here. Really knocked it out the park.
They wallow in it, eyes downcast.
Man, a goddamn kid cry. Like a boogeyman. Or a really bad clown.
Their pace slows.
But what was that? Maybe the backpack. Yeah. It was unaccounted for. Just distracting.
Sam shakes their head.
Ridiculous.
Sam passes an alley. Trash cans rattle. The lids pop up and flip over. Sam just moves along.
There's some kind of side effect, right? From the incident. It's obviously trauma. It's
The car horn abruptly blares beside Sam. They snap up.
her experience coupled with an auditory disturbance.
Above, telephone wires bend down and bounce back up. A pair of dangling shoes slap against the street. A pitter-patter of childlike footsteps, accompanied by innocent laughter. They crescendo behind Sam. Sam turns around. The sound disappears. Sam shrugs it off. Turn into the walkway of their apartment complex. Exterior, interior, Sam's apartment, continuous. Sam arrives at their flat, enters. A more formally dressed Finley sits on the couch. Neutral, until she sees Sam's preoccupied expression.
Okay?
Sam stands, unresponsive.
Remember when Mom told you where babies come from? You look like that.
Sam drops their bag to the ground with a thunk.
I think I messed up.
No.
Sam sits on the couch next to Finley.
I don't know. I interviewed Ellie. I just wanted to get a reaction out of her.
Sam stares blankly.
You did it again, didn't you?
I don't know what I did.
Used the usual methods, didn't you? Oh, Sammy.
Sam. I guess I just did what Mom and Dad did.
Don't compare our childhood with hers.
I wasn't. Our childhood wasn't that weird.
Mom and Dad made you wear a business suit when you were in kindergarten. And you tied your own tie. That's weird.
Okay, we're done here.
Sam gets up, goes to the kitchen. Finley follows.
I just asked Ellie some questions.
The clearly traumatized little girl that you traumatized further.
Okay, that wording.
Why did you press her if she was uncomfortable?
How was I supposed to know?
You probably talked about her dead grandma or something to get a rise out of her.
Oh, I only talk about dead grandmas with colleagues.
Jeez, you're like a toddler trying to fit a square cube into a circle.
Compared to my loafer sibling.
Yes. Thank you for letting me.
Finn reaches for a shelf in the pantry, takes out a loaf of bread, grabs a slice.
Loaf on your couch.
God, hopeless.
Sam turns to dig through a cabinet.
Did we run out of cups?
You know what your greatest flaw is? It's something a person in your profession can't live without.
Sam counts on their fingers.
I have a 4.0 GPA, published articles in top journals, bachelor degree, most of a grad degree. What else do I need? And don't say you.
Finn opens the cabinet Sam didn't try. Pulls out a plastic cup.
Empathy.
Sam scoffs. Finley takes the cup, fills it with water.
Hell, even I could do a better job of that than you.
She graciously offers Sam the cup. Sam rolls their eyes.
My hero.
I don't blame you. The only concept of empathy Mom and Dad taught us was how to fake it.
They loved us.
Did they?
Good night.
Sam leaves the kitchen. Finn hangs back. Sam goes to their bedroom. Sam locks behind them, sits on the perfectly made bed. Outside, Finley leans into the door.
I'll always remember the time they said I love you. We were 5. I think it was at our piano recital.
Bedroom, Sam flops back on the covers.
Sleep tight.
Never received it, so what makes you think we can comprehend it?
And don't let the bed bugs bite.
Outside, Finley slouches against the doorframe.
See? When you're down, sometimes you just want to be left alone. Maybe Ellie's the same.
Bedroom.
Yeah.
Sam stares up at the ceiling. A crude papier-mâché solar system mobile sways above them, hung on the light.
She talks. Just not to me.
Interior, horizons, hallway, day. A purple crayon sits nestled behind someone's ear. Sam's ear. They speed down the aftercare hallway, clipboard in hand. They've ditched business for business casual. Kids and Horizon staff unload belongings onto shelves and cubbies. Sam waves at a few. They glare at Sam with bewilderment and caution. Sam just speeds along. They swing into the doorframe of the main room and nearly collide with Felicity. She waits in the doorframe, arms crossed. A startled Sam drops something.
What's that?
Sam scours the floor for scattered colors. Felicity watches.
Do research psychologists typically use crayons?
Only when our findings are this colorful. Besides,
Sam recovers the last crayon, stands.
When in Rome.
Non dimentico.
Do what?
Sam cranes their neck to peer through the open door.
Anyway, they're for Aion.
Felicity squints at Sam curiously.
Well, the thought is nice, but...
Yeah. Where's Ellie?
Sam barges past Felicity into interior horizons, playroom, day. Sam scans the room. Kids mill about. No Ellie.
I don't think Ellie's coming. She might still be shaking up from yesterday.
Sam whips around to face Felicity, utterly crestfallen. Around the room, kids look up at the sputtering psychologist.
Fiddlesticks.
What? Things not working out with your master plan?
I left early. I left early and I had all these new exercises and worksheets.
Felicity softens.
Look, she might not be back tomorrow. She might be back tomorrow. For now, why not stick around and give observation another shot? Maybe you'll get something out of it this time.
Sam ponders.
Change in perspective.
Interior, horizons, playroom, day. Quiet time. Strewn across the room, little stars nap. Some go to backpacks to grab books, stuffed animals, and blankets. Sam is joined in the slumber, slumped over in a little plastic chair, exhausted from just one day of inactivity.
So how's that perspective going?
Sam jolts up to find Felicity beside them.
Yeah, I'm just getting out so many notes.
Telepathically.
He pokes a foot at Sam's shut journal on the ground.
Yeah, I think you've got enough.
Sam stretches casually, leans back in the little chair.
Well, I'm taking my break. Don't do anything stupid.
Good. Well, taking a hands-off approach.
Sam starts at this comment, turns to see Felicity walk out the door.
Hands behind the head approach.
Amy, you've got to take over here for action, sorry.
Sam starts this comment, turns to see Felicity walk out the door. Sam fumbles for their journal under the chair, sits up, clicks their pen a few times for impact, observes. The room settles into a lull. Cathy chases after a remaining few kids in crazy costumes. Sam smirks.
Hey, give it back!
Across the room, Jake decisively grabs a ratty blanket from his brother's hands.
Mom said it's mine! Jake!
Daniel goes to the floor, bawling. On the other side of the room, Cathy is preoccupied with Sara.
Why do I have to sleep?
Because it's good for you.
But why?
It helps you grow.
But why?
All the while, Daniel sobs. Sam opens their mouth, gets a little out of their chair, sits back down, opens their journal. Daniel sees that he isn't getting any attention. He picks himself up, starts going around the room. Daniel picks up desperate items. Disparate. Pillows, stuffed animals, blankets, coloring books, rulers. Before Sam's wide eyes, Daniel assembles the items into an impressive pillow fort. The pieces fly together in a blur. Sam scribbles in their journal furiously, looks up, takes more notes, looks up. The fort crashes to the ground. Sam springs up from their chair. Instinctively, they rush to the mess on the floor. Sam collects pillows and rulers, prop books against teddy bears.
What are you doing?
Building a pillow fort?
Ninjasaurus wanted it broken.
Who's Ninjasaurus?
My best friend? A ninja dinosaur who shoots sparkles.
Sam looks around. Sure enough, glitter litters the ground. Sam just shrugs, stacks more pillows.
Look, I'm just trying to fix your fort. With a little more structural support and some weight holding down these blankets, it could be pretty
It's
good.
supposed to be broken.
What? Why would you want it?
Loud snores. Daniel is fast asleep on one of the toppled pillows. The demolished fort is a perfect nap station.
Never seen him calm down so fast.
Sam turns to face Felicity, back from break.
Subjects often find my approach relaxing.
Or sleep-inducing, apparently.
She allows Sam to see a slight smile. Interior Horizons lobby the next day. Kids stream in loudly through the open doors. Weary Horizon staff follow. The kids make their way to cubbies at a leisurely pace. Sam and Felicity both watch the group leave. Watch the group carefully. Their eyes light up as they see Ellie, who walks in with the little trepidation. She's stalked closely by Cathy. The supervisor glances at Sam with suspicion. Sam smiles nervously. Cathy makes a quiet comment to Ellie. She beams with joy. Cathy leaves. Sam approaches cautiously, clears the throat awkwardly.
I'm willing to concede that last time, perhaps the methods were too blunt, ineffective. In light of that, I'm suggesting a more organic course of action if you...
So you're sorry?
Sam stares down at her.
Yes, I'm sorry. Do you want to work with me today?
Ellie looks off. Sam follows her gaze to a set of beautiful colored pencils in Sam's hand.
Like them? They're for you. They're for Aion.
Ellie just grabs the pencils. Sam breathes a sigh of relief. Ellie stares up expectantly.
Right. Today's objective. Draw how you feel.
Sam looks back at Felicity. For once, she doesn't intervene. Sam turns to see Ellie run into the Interior Horizons playroom day. Ellie grabs a seat at her favorite table in the corner, clutches her crayons and new colored pencils eagerly. Interior Horizons hallway day. Sam hangs back, watches, sits in another tiny chair, facing the door. Soft scraping on the floor beside Sam. They turn to see Felicity. She pulls up a plastic chair beside them.
Nice to see you're giving her space.
That's it? No other objections today? No think of the children shtick?
Is there a reason you aren't in grad school?
Sam's jaw drops a little. They look around, confirm that no one's heard. In the main room, Ellie draws, blissfully unaware. Back in the hallway, Sam glares daggers at Felicity. She is unfazed.
It definitely would have been easier to get your study approved with the support of the university.
How do you know about that? I only told.
Cathy. Yeah, I know. How do you think it got approved?
Once again, Sam is dumbstruck.
You talked to her? You vouched for me.
Felicity flinches.
Not for you, for your study. And it was a lot of work. Trust me.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I know how hard it can be to push for important work when you're just starting out.
You think my study is important?
I'm sure someone does.
Yeah.
Sam instinctively leans in.
My parents. Oh, if they... Let's just say, if I'm any good with these kids, it has nothing to do with them. As far as I'm aware, I was raised by wolves.
Okay, Wolf Cub.
This time, Sam smiles. Tracy passes Felicity and Sam to enter the playroom. She emerges a moment later, Ellie in tow. A drawing lands in Sam's hand. Sam squints at the paper. Insert a squiggly picture of Ellie and her mom. They smile, hand in hand.
Huh.
What's wrong?
Just thought there was more going on here.
Sam looks up. Ellie and Tracy are halfway out the door. The paper shifts slightly in Sam's hand. A second drawing pokes out from under the first one. Sam puzzles.
See anything yet?
Sam shuffles the papers back in place.
Nothing.
Sam grabs their bag, stands, makes their way down the hall. With Felicity out of sight, they flip through the drawings. Sam looks down at the second picture. In a neater, more mature style than the first, depicts the familiar red car. A menacing figure scowls from behind the car window. Sam frowns at this development. Exterior street, evening. Sam passes the same mom and pop shops. In the windows, open signs flip to closed. Sam skips over puddles. Sunset colors ripple in their reflections. Sam's phone rings. They fumble for it, pull it out. On the screen, Finley. Sam's focus fades away. First sound, then city, then the light. They are left in a black void of their own making. Sam treads the empty landscape, eyes locked on the display. An idling car motor brings Sam back to their senses, along with the surroundings they suppressed. In their hand, the cell phone call goes to voicemail. Sam dodges a yield sign, stops, stares. A dented red car parked clumsily across the street. Sam squints at the darkened windows, a silhouette of a man in the driver's seat.
Nope, not happening.
Sam's fingers fly to their phone, dialing 3 key digits. They press pound, wait. Then Ellie and Tracy round the block. They stop, feet away from the car. Sam watches anxiously. Ellie runs to the red car. Tracy follows. The car window rolls down to reveal an entirely normal man. Ellie and the man happily chatter. Sam gapes. 911, what's your emergency? Sam mumbles, hangs up. Ellie and the mystery man gab like old friends. Tracy looks on uncomfortably.
Hi, Dad.
Ellie's dad, 40, rolls up the driver's window. See ya, monkey. Ellie's dad checks his side mirror. Sam's stunned expression in the glass. They lock eyes for a long moment. Tracy takes Ellie's hand, squeezes.
Ow, Mom, you're hurting.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Sam is rooted to the spot. Interior Horizon's quiet room day. Ellie's art supplies sprawl out over a big, messy table. A tiny area to her right is cordoned off neatly, brand new colored pencils lined up and ready to go. Sam sits across. Ellie colors contentedly, at work on a new drawing. A girl with pink hair and a magic wand. She sports a light blue leather jacket dotted with little pink hearts. Beneath a pair of cartoonish bunny ears, piercing purple eyes glare out. She butchers unicorns with a Cheshire cat smile.
Now that's some good line work. But why is Aaron destroying that herd of unicorns?
Aion.
What did I say?
Aion only fights the bad ones. She says they messed up Dad's car.
Sam shifts nervously.
I like that theory.
She's got all these cool powers, you know?
Name some.
She can look into a person's soul, but she never tells me. She says some things should be left private. Whatever that means.
I like that rule.
Sam jots down notes intently.
She only gets powers if I believe hard enough in them.
And the powers are in the wand.
Ellie turns to the empty chair by her side.
She says it's a secret.
Oh, really?
Ellie shrugs.
I'm just telling you what she said.
So, Aion's sitting right next to you, huh?
Duh.
Sam looks the chair up and down.
Hello, Aion. I'm Sam Sloan.
Sam extends a wavering hand in the chair's direction.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sam mock shakes the air. Ellie makes a face.
Ew.
What?
Aion just spit in your hand.
What? Now, why would she do that?
She's probably still mad at you for the other day.
Ellie examines the ground. Sam flushes, drops their hand.
Ellie, I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for breaking my promise. I don't usually like making promises.
Why?
I find that they're likely to break. And I can't promise that I won't hurt your feelings again, but I promise I'll make it up to you every time.
Is that a promise you can keep?
Yes, but I hope so.
The door opens. Felicity peers in, scans for disaster.
Ellie, Mom's here to pick you up.
Ellie launches out of her seat. Sam calls after.
Wait! You forgot your pencils!
Ellie turns in the doorframe.
I'm leaving them for Aion. She likes to draw them when no one's around. See you two tomorrow.
Felicity gives Sam an approving nod, closes the door. Sam tilts back in their chair, smiles a little. They get up slowly. Sam tries the door. Squelch. A slimy liquid coats their hand.
What the?
Sam springs back, a hanging trail of slime.
You deserved worse.
Sam freezes. They pivot, slowly. Aion, 12, from the drawing, magic wand and all. Thankfully, her bunny ears look to be part of a headband. Aion leans back on the previously empty chair, boots on the table. Aion grins, flashes a pair purple eyes.
Oh, and I forgive you.
All right. That's that. Good job, y'all. Great job. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for turning out. I feel like I should offer the opportunity for anyone to ask questions now. I got several of the staff here. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead first.
What was the inspiration for Sam's character?
Sam's character. Ashley, do you want to take that? I think you did a ton of work on Sam's character.
Sure. I think it was really collaborative though, of honestly, like, I wish I could say there was a straight, like, this was it. But we knew that we wanted a person who kind of looked at the world in a very, like, equally cynical as if curious way, and that would have a kind of like very distinct relationship with each person. That was, I'm sorry, I'm not the best at describing this now on the spot, but I mean the relationships that Sam has with Felicity versus Ellie and Finley, and they're also unique, but at the same time come through this core vision of Sam's of like seeking an interesting approval from the people around them. And I'm so sorry, I'm not good on this one.
That's fine. I know one of the inspirations when we were in the room was Sherlock. At times we would think about Sherlock and it's kind of reserved, cold character with a bit of dry sense of humor. So that was one of the things we were thinking about. Yeah. Any other questions? Avery?
Yeah, well, first I just want to congratulate you all. Then I remember when you first a while ago, talked to me about your concept for this, and it seems so ambitious. And I am just congratulations to you all. I am so proud of you. I'm so pleased by the pilot. I was really enjoying it and love the ending. What a great springboard for the rest of the series. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. So I guess I have two questions. Story-wise, I think it's so interesting that all the characters have these really stylized names. You know, Sunshine. Who was Sunshine? Marina, what was your character's first name?
Felicity.
Felicity, Sunshine, and Sam, Sloan, and it just seemed so. But it was such a even though it has this kind of high concept of this imaginary friend, it was like very much a sort of moment to moment drama. It was a lovely sort of dramatic, you know, with the relationship with his sister and trauma. Could you tell me a little bit, anyone who wants to take this, maybe Ben or someone else who worked on it, that sort of tonally, it's kind of an interesting tone of the fantasy, but also the drama, the human drama.
Yeah, does anyone want to jump in, or should I? All right. Well, I'll take it. I mean, I think one of the things we thought about when we were writing was we don't want this to be a polemic about the importance of adults having imagination, you know? And that wasn't really one of the themes we were working with, but it ended up making its way into the script in all kinds of places. Yeah, partly through the larger than life names, but some of the characters are a little larger than life. I think Sam and Professor Hepworth are these very dry characters from a very dry academic setting, and they come to a place that's all color and light and kind of a lot of humor as well. So I think the contrast between those settings and those kinds of characters created a lot of interesting tension and humor as well. So yeah,
I agree. I think it was a really cool sort of mashup of tones that worked really well. My second question was just process. What's the next step? Are you all on to outlining episode 2, or are you going to start a new project? What's sort of the plan?
It's time for the spring project. And,
okay, so it's a whole new project.
Oh yeah, whole new project.
And Dwayne, did I hear correctly that Dwayne's project was chosen?
Yeah, that was Dwayne's.
That's very exciting, you guys. What a wonderful sort of writer's room and experience you all have set up. Congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for coming on. Thank you. I do think the model we used, especially because I have you here, Avery, I might as well use the soapbox. I do think it is something that anyone who's a dramatic writing student in the room or just enjoys writing, and I do think entire classes really, I think Discord is an extremely useful platform for this kind of collaboration. I mean, I can share with anyone who wants to my advice on setting up this kind of workspace, but as you can see here, I just pulled it up briefly. We've got our reception with all of our channels where we sort of do intake with people, non-work, and then Blackbox is like a dozen or so channels. I can't really click through it well, but you can see we had a lot of stuff in there.
How do you, because I use Slack a lot, and I'm wondering why you chose Discord as opposed to perhaps Slack, which I think you all have access to as well.
Yeah, I found Discord vastly superior to Slack in a lot of ways. Slack does a lot of the same things, but it's kind of like a lander Discord with quite a few less features. Most importantly to me are these voice conference rooms that I can set up. Nice. So in the writers room channel, we would have not only text channels to do senior staff meetings here in the boardroom or just general workflows in the conference room, but we'd have corresponding voice channels that would let us all hang out in there and plan and strategize, which was, very useful. It's just sort of more customizable, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. I think that's great. I know that we're trying to use Slack more and more, but I know that students really like Discord. I have a question for maybe, so who, for all of you, process-wise, was there one final draft document that you all worked from, or who owned the edit, right? Like, who did you all take different, how did you break down the work? Did the staff writers or story editors take different scenes? Did you share? How did the workflow go? It's very interesting.
Does someone on staff want to take that? Amy, do you want to take it?
Oh yeah, I could take that real quick. So it was like a gradual growing process where at first we just divided who would take Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 by dividing us into 3 groups, where the first group was led by the first story editor, Corinne. And then I took, since I'm one of the story editors, I took the second group, and that was Act 2. And then Act 3 was led by the showrunner and the executive producer. From there, we created an outline where we combined all the planned scenes together into one document, started fixing scenes, like the orders of them, and then we assigned staff writers to write those specific scenes. It went through a first draft where we only saw the acts separately, and then the second draft we saw them all together. And then on the third draft, the senior staff came all together on the second draft and made all these comments and just essentially compiled the last one under Ben's guidance, under his.
Which I bet was the 12-hour, 14-hour thing, because I know how long that can take to put everything together. And the writer's assistants, did you guys just take notes? I mean, I think that's such a great idea. Because writer's assistants is such a great experience to have. That is going to serve you as in internships and your first jobs. So, so the writer's assistants, were you taking notes the whole time, or did you have different tasks?
Pretty much like we did a rotation, like between me and Josh, so we just rotated every week. Just taking down every note as much as possible, really just coming up with the consensus, like just taking down the most important stuff, but also recording the meetings, which is very helpful, just to go back and look at everything in detail, just in case if we miss anything, because there's a lot going on and everything. So it's always good just to look at the meetings and just, pause and just take notes, making sure it's there, just to be sure of the consensus and everything in detail, and then just go back over it and then send out the final notes within, the same day or 2 days. Just try to get out as soon as possible to all the writers.
Excellent.
Michael, you're being modest. You're also super involved in the Bible. Do you want to speak to that?
Let me show you what I'm doing right now. I'll show you. I am still doing the Bible. I'm doing the Bible right now. This is the first-hand look.
I love it. Michael's screen sharing is showing his camera. You could,
because I was doing everything at once. So this is like the MJ exclusive, like the Air ones. This is what I got going on so far. Trying to make it look very much like a journal and stuff like that. So I'm putting in work. It's gonna be done by the end of the night. It just takes it takes a lot to make it look pretty. It's just like
make it look good, and I think that's really impressive, you guys. Ben, please send me take a picture, a screenshot, and a blurb, because I'd love to give a shout out to you guys at the next shout out newsletter. It's really impressive what you all accomplished, and performing arts students and actors. Congratulations every time you all perform one of these readings. It always just blows my mind, because it's such a thrill to see our words come to life. So really, congratulations. I'm very impressed. Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And if you're not already, follow Black Box on Instagram at BlackBoxSCAD. Amy runs our social media. She does an amazing job. All right. Thank you so much for coming out. You all have a great night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.